Everybody, I'm Sarah with athriftymom.com, and today we're going to do some fun Halloween treats, but they also happen to be healthy Halloween treats. Though don't let the title fool you, because just because they're healthy doesn't mean they're fun. Now, growing up, my mom used to always make sure that she fed us a really good meal on Halloween before we went trick-or-treating, because she thought her concept was if she filled our tummies full of really good food, then we would have less food to shove all the treats in there. And so we've compiled a list of over 20 items of fun, healthy Halloween ideas. And so today I'm going to be sharing just some of those with you guys, but I hope you guys tune in. It's going to be fun. So to start off with, we're actually going to make pumpkin rolls. They're shaped like little pumpkins, and they're super cute. So we'll start out with those because those have got to bake, and I want to show you how they work. So what I have is you can actually make your own rolls if you want, or if you're in a hurry, you can just use Rhodes frozen rolls. You buy like the frozen dough balls, and then you put them on a greased cookie sheet. Hi, Donna. Okay. What'd you say? My mom gave my grandkids toothbrushes and toothpaste. Smart grandma. Okay, so we have them. I put them on a sprayed cookie sheet, and then I put more spray on top, then covered them with saran wrap. They've been rising on my counter for about 4 hours. So now we're going to turn them into little pumpkins. Hi, Lori. So all you need for this is we need a knife, and then we need some pecans, which we're actually going to snap in half, and those are going to become the stems of our pumpkin. But what we're going to do is we're just going to take the knife, and we're going to cut little sections out of the pumpkin. And I did these last year, and it worked just fine. But I'm wondering if my rolls raised enough to where they're gonna deflate. I don't know. It's live, so if they fail, that's all right. We'll chalk it up to a Pinterest fail, and you guys can all laugh at me. But so we're just cutting sections out of these. This ideally would have been best for me to cut them about an hour ago, but my baby was up at that time, and you guys that are stuck with me for a long time. Hi, Aunt Joni. Those of you that have stuck with me know that sometimes I try to do the videos with Cranky Baby, and she takes over the video, and so it was more important that I get her lunch and in bed. So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm kind of putting cuts into those. Okay, and in theory these should raise back up and look awesome, but like I said, I should have put the cuts in about an hour ago. And so if you see me fail, that's okay. You guys will know to do it a little sooner than what I did. I tried to do the speed method yesterday with these because I forgot to take them out and I wanted to try it real fast. And that didn't, the speed rise method, I guess is what it's called. Okay, so, and another thing is after you're done with this, you're supposed to put a little bit of egg wash on it. But somebody had an omelet this morning and ate all the eggs. So we're not going to put egg wash on it. If you're expecting a perfect cooking show, then you can watch the Today Show with lots of assistants that have everything in place. But if you just want to as-is real life, then you can watch A Thrifty Mom, because we have all sorts of junk happen that isn't supposed to happen. Okay, so those last three I'm going to leave uncut. We're going to see what happens. Are those rolls? Yes, these are just Rhodes dinner rolls. They were frozen dough balls. We put them out here to rise up, and then we're cutting the little pumpkin shapes into them. And then I cut half a pecan in half, and so now we're going to put those in the middle to make them look like a stem. So I agree that a Halloween party isn't much fun without some sugar, but it is nice to have some healthy options as well. And I found as I've gotten older, I tend to honestly like the healthier options. My sister, she was in town this weekend, and we went to the Farmstead, which is like a place for pumpkins, and she went and bought some cotton candy, and I thought, I must be getting old, because the thought of eating cotton candy makes me want to puke. So I'm a insult to the childhood version of myself. Okay, so here we go. There they are. We're going to go ahead and put them in the oven for 20 minutes. Timer. Okay, so there's those. All right, on to our next thing. I hate cotton candy. I loved it as a kid. It was like the best thing ever. Okay, so another fun thing that we can do is a Jell-O brain mold. And you can actually find these molds at most dollar stores. So keep an eye out for those. Or you can find them online for about $4 or $5, and most of them will ship with Amazon Prime, so you can get those quick. But so what I'm actually going to do here to get that out, I made that yesterday. And my kids love Jell-O, and sure, Jell-O has sugar in it, but it's a healthier option than filling their gut with Skittles. So, so I have some really hot water that I just heated up in my microwave. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this bowl down here. And then really quickly, I'm going to put the brain mold in there just to try to loosen that up a little bit, and then it should help it release from the mold. So I did cherry Jell-O, but then I actually added strawberry yogurt in there, and the strawberry yogurt makes it look all kind of like, I don't know, it just gives it kind of a yucky look, but it tastes delicious. So it makes it look a little bit more like a brain. The brain mold is so fun. Yes, we did this at our party this weekend too. Okay, so like I said, I'm just sitting this on here. I don't want to melt my Jell-O, but I want it to release from the mold. And once again, this is live, so I have no idea if it's going to release from the mold or not. I have hopes that it will. Let's see, does it look like it's going to release for me? Yeah, I think we're going to be good. But make sure that you don't get the water into your Jell-O, because then that makes a big mess too. Let me just stick it in there just a little bit longer. Yeah, okay, you can kind of see that it floats independently now, so I think we're good. Okay. Ah! That water's hot! Okay, I love your t-shirt. Thank you! I got this off of Jane. I got it about a month ago. And you have seen me wear it a few times, but don't worry, I do wash it in between. Okay, so now I just have a plate. I'm going to put the brain mold on it. And in theory, we're going to flip it over and everything's going to go good. So let's... Woo! Okay. And then with all the juices around it, it looks like blood, which is really fun. And like I said, the fact that you add the yogurt to it, it makes it look like curdled blood. Ah! Yeah. How fun is that? Can you guys see it? So, and I find that if you put it on a plate that kind of has like, that holds it close, then it holds all the little juices close. And that it does. It makes it look like it's sitting in a big old blood clot, which who doesn't want to eat a blood clotty brain, right? All right. So like I said, you just make your normal Jell-O, but instead of adding, like, so if it's 4 cups of water, I added 2 cups of water and then a cup of yogurt. So it does make it a little more firm, but then it also gives it that, it's not translucent, and it looks like a big, nasty brain blood clot. That's awesome. Totally going to do this. Laura says, looks great. Kristen says, love it. Hi, Kristen. Do you want to come eat dinner at my house? Okay, so there is our brain. Yay! Okay, so let's clean up from that. All right. Now, like I said, we're only going to cover a couple of our 21 items. So if you want to see the full list, don't hesitate to leave that, to follow that link. Hey, Matt, can you follow that link again for me? The next thing we're going to do is we are going to make ghosts. And these are really good for like kids' school parties. One thing I found when I went to my kids' school parties was all the parents sent cookies and cupcakes, which the kids were like super excited about, but it was just a lot of sugar. And so I'm sure you've seen these on Pinterest before. This is not my original idea. It's just an idea that I liked. The very first time I ever saw it was a mom brought it from at a preschool party, and that's where I saw it. Okay, so we just have a brick of cream cheese, not cream cheese, string cheese, there we go. String cheese, and then we have a Sharpie marker, and then we're just going to draw some eyes eyeballs. There we go. And then we're going to draw a big, scary ghost mouth. Whoa. Okay, there we go. There's our ghost cheese. And like I said, when these were at the preschool party, all the little kids loved them. Are you on Pinterest and Instagram? Yes! Larry, if you follow me, then, oh look, this one already has a face on it. You gotta love it. My kids were doing them for their lunches the other day. Okay, so we'll give it a mouth. There we go. And then, does this one have a face? Nope, okay. If you go to our site, up on the very top, you can follow us on Pinterest and Instagram, and we would love to have you follow us. Okay, so we're just gonna draw some more eyeballs and another ghost face. Okay, so there we go. Another fun thing that we actually did with these, let me grab them, if I have it still, is we actually got some of these teeth. You can get them at like Walmart or any place. This is Julie, sorry. That's all right, I can call you Larry, right? I'm assuming Larry is your significant other. It makes me feel good that a man might be watching my videos, you know, like, you know, how to make a scary Halloween party. Okay, so Julie, thanks for watching. So you can take the teeth, and instead of drawing a mouth, you just put the teeth on, and then we used a twist tie to twist tie them onto the back. And the kids thought that was fun because they got both a present and a healthy snack. So that's kind of a fun option too. We did those for our Halloween party too. And of course, all the kids were super excited about their Dracula teeth. I'm not sure what it is about Dracula teeth, but little kids think they're like the coolest thing ever. So that's what you do on those ones. And yes, you just use a twist tie on the back. So that's another option. Okay, another healthy option down, let's see, we've got 13 minutes to go on our rolls, is you can take these little cutie oranges, which all of my kids happen to be huge cutie fans. They love them. And once again, you just take a Sharpie marker, and we're going to make our pumpkins turn into jack-o'-lanterns. So we're just going to do 2 triangles for the eyes. I'm going to do a little thing in the corner. I'm going to do a little round nose, and then a little jack-o'-lantern face. Okay, there we go. So you just line those up, and you do those with the kids. So I was supposed to do this video with Erica with Favorite Family Recipes. I'm sure some of you guys know who she is. She's like a rock star on the internet. Her and her sisters. They have like 1 million Facebook fans. And they're super fancy. But her kid was puking today. So I told her, that's okay. Go ahead, stay home, take care of your puking kid, because I would prefer not to get sick. So I am flying solo on this video instead. Which is fine, because I would, like I said, I'm kind of a germaphobe. I mean, not bad, but if she knows she has a stomach flu, I just as soon not hang around her. I hate the stomach flu. I've been pregnant 5 times, had 5 babies, which means I kind of had the stomach flu like 9 months, 5 times in my life, so I'm over it. I did the cuties last year for a Halloween party, so there you go. Okay, and Julie, we're leaving those links for you where you can follow us on Pinterest. Okay, and so I'm just going to keep doing a couple of these. We do actually have a Halloween party to go to, so might as well get some of that stuff done. Okay, there you go. See that? And sometimes you find that if they're wet at all, that your Sharpie marker doesn't want to work very good. So just rub it off on like a dry towel, and then normally it will start working again for you. And I say that, watch, and it will stop working. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you do not have to be an artiste. You can make it look fun. But there we go. There is our fun little cutie pumpkins. And those are a nice way. And another thing, too, that's nice about these is if you take them to your kids' school and they happen to be at the party and the kids decide not to eat them, they can take them home. Or sometimes it's kind of hard for a kid to haul home a cupcake or something like that. But they can toss those in their backpack and have a nice, fun option to go home. I'm gonna get rid of our... I gotta tell you what, this brain gel looks pretty awesome. I think they're... I don't know, we made one this weekend and all the kids were like, eh, but they had so much fun eating it, which was cute. And of course they all felt like they were like really, really cool because they were eating brains. We have a cousin's Halloween party most years, which is fun. I don't know that these are gonna stay. Because it doesn't really matter. Maybe we'll just go there. I don't have to have all of them up there. Okay. Smart, hello from Las Vegas, Nevada. Hi, DeVito family. Okay, so next is another option for these cute little cuties. Let me actually grab a plate to put those on. I forgot my plate. I'll grab a little one here. Okay, so the next option is my sister-in-law did this weekend, where you actually peel the little cutie, and then she turned them into pumpkins, which the kids love. The only problem with this one is you can't really do it too far in advance, otherwise the outside of the cutie gets all tough and then it gags the little kids when they eat it. They're like, yeah, if you have kids you know what I mean. Cuties sometimes get a little tough and then they get kind of hard to eat. So we're gonna pull out that middle part right there. There's the cutie, the cute pumpkins. Hello, Paige. Okay, so then we're just going to take a piece of celery and we're going to stick it down in there, and there we have our little pumpkins. And we'll make a couple of those. But like I said, these ones need to be done kind of right before the party, or wrap them in a good airtight container, maybe like a Tupperware container, or even in saran wrap. But they did get a little tough after they'd been sitting out on the counter for a while. My 2-year-old went back up to eat one and she was like, the joy of a mother. You're not a mother till you have a child regurgitate into your hand. Anybody else agree with me? And if that hasn't happened, then you have the perfect child, because I have been regurgitated upon more times than I can count in my life. Okay, so there's another pumpkin. Thank you, lovely. All right, so we're gonna make another one of these. Let's see, we got 7 minutes left on our pumpkins over there. And I'll probably be back tomorrow with some more ideas. Like I said, we were supposed to do this, I was supposed to share this video with Erica, and then her kid got the stomach flu. So, all right, another piece of celery. There you go. So there you go, you have cute little pumpkins. And that took all of about 30 seconds to make those. Super fun. Lindsay says she loves my kitchen. Thanks, Lindsay. We have quite the fun story behind our kitchen. We moved into this older home. We thought we had all the money we needed to remodel it. Got into it and found out all the wiring, all the plumbing, all the flooring had to be replaced. And so we actually lived without kitchen cabinets for like 3 years. But now we have a beautiful kitchen and it was worth it. What are you putting in the middle of the orange? It is a piece of celery. Yep, piece of little stalk of celery that I cut. It's about 1 inch long, and then like the whole piece of celery, I cut one piece of celery into 3 little pieces. Does that make sense? Like, because it kind of goes like this, so I cut it into slivers so it would fit. There you go. Okay, so there is our little things. Oh, and another thing, if you are, if you're gonna display these ghosts at, like on a table for a Halloween party, I found putting them in a cup works really well. Just make sure the cup is short enough that you can see their little faces. And then you can even like wrap the cup in like spider webs, like those fake spider webs that you have. And that's a fun way to display your ghosts. Okay, Jan says hi from Lakeshore, Louise. Sorry, I lost it. It went up. Cute. Hi, Rosalind. You could also do a cheese stick in the middle. Yes, you could totally do a cheese stick in the middle. What about putting white cheese in the middle? Yeah, you guys have the same idea, Paige and Rosalind. Stephanie says cute. Yep. We just did the green just because it's celery and it kind of looks like a pumpkin stem before they get all hard and brown. Okay. Last but not least, we have, like I said, we're going to come back tomorrow and do some more ideas, but we didn't want to bore you guys too long with our video. we are going to make a candy corn fruit tray. And so how we're going to do that is we're going to use a bell pepper, carrots, and cauliflower. Now, once again, ideally, it would have been a lot easier to use already baby carrots that are already like short and cut to size, but I didn't get to the store yet because of Cranky Baby, and so I'm just going to use what I had in my fridge. There's no reason why we can't just cut those down to size. Barbara says, is anyone else video feed choppy? I don't know. I hope not. Let me know. Okay, so for the bell pepper, I'm just going to cut the top off of the bell pepper like that. Okay. And then I'm going to cut the bottom off of the bell pepper. And then we'll cut those up so they're not going to go to waste, but then that leaves us with a hollow tube like that, okay? So then, no. Okay, good. So it sounds like my feed's going okay. So then I'm going to open it up like this, okay? So then I have this kind of like ribbon thing. And the nice way about doing it this way is I'm now going to be able to cut down, and all of my bell peppers are going to be cut the exact same. So then I'm just going to take my knife and I'm just going to cut these into little segments and pray that I don't cut my finger on live video and get blood all over it. This is a Halloween video, but we don't want real blood. Okay, so then we're going to take these and we're just going to line them up like this, because this is going to be the middle of our candy corn. You guys can't see what I'm doing, so I gotta move this down a little bit. Move this over. Move my oranges. Let's see. Okay. Thanks. I guess I need to switch my Wi-Fi. Yeah, it might be, or it could be your browser too. Okay, so there we have the middle of our candy corn. And then we don't want these pieces that we cut off to go to waste. Obviously, we're not going to eat the stem, but we can definitely eat these parts. So I'm going to cut those into slices as well. You don't want them to get left out. So put those on there. Okay, and then we're going to do our carrots. And like I said, you can use baby carrots. That would be super easy, but since I don't have baby carrots right now, I'm totally on those days, you know, like when you get down to like the very last of your, I have a garbage can down here, by the way. I'm not just putting my strings on the floor. My husband was gone for 5 days, and I did not feel like going to the grocery store by myself with 5 kids. So we just ate what we had in the house, which was totally fine. And then I didn't go grocery shopping right before he left, so we're totally fine, but we're just like out of a lot of the basics right now. Like, we're down to the last half gallon of milk. We don't have any normal store bread. We don't have eggs. So I need to get to the grocery store. But we have food to eat, so we're good. Okay, thanks. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and peel these. And honestly, I found that I actually like, sometimes I like the taste of the full carrots a little bit better than the baby carrots. Sometimes I feel like the baby carrots have like a weird flavor to them. Anybody else feel like that? And plus the normal carrots like this are way cheaper than the baby carrots. Although I buy the baby carrots a lot of times just for convenience. But I almost always have these carrots too. Hi from New Jersey. Cynthia says, 5 kids in your house is so quiet. It's because the baby is asleep and the rest are at school. That is why. My normal readers, you guys know that quite often my baby accompanies me on these videos. And sometimes she decides to take over a little bit. And she just crabby pants today, so she had to go down. Otherwise, this video wasn't going to happen. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to measure the same length as this, and we're going to make those, which is a little bit longer than like what a normal baby carrot would be.
But then that way everything kind of looks symmetrical and cute, and then I'll use that one to measure these other ones too.
Okay, Jen says, now it's your turn to get away.
Right? I know. My husband went on a hunting trip with his friend from high school.
Okay, that's beeping, so let me get that out of the oven. Oh, where's my hot pad? Okay. So there we go. There's our pumpkins. Can you guys see those? Do you see how they turned out? These ones obviously we didn't do. So if I would have cut them a little bit sooner and then let them raise up a little bit, but they look like pumpkins and they're cute. We'll let them cool a little bit and then I'll show them to you closer. But they turned out cute, which makes me happy. I was a little worried that we were going to have a DIY fail right here on a live video. Hi, Erin, Robin says. Okay. All right, so now I'm just gonna cut these into strips, and this is gonna be the bottom of our candy corn. So we want this to look like a triangle, which is the shape of a candy corn. And I normally cut with my big knife, which is right here. So I'm gonna use that. I feel a little bit more comfortable cutting with that. Less likely to chop my fingers. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this once again to measure my length so they're all symmetrical. Have a little bit left on that one. It's okay, I'll just put it away and eat it myself. And cut these into fourths. Cut your own carrot sticks. It's a jelly on the brain mold. No, that is actually, I'll show it to you again here once I'm done with this. That's Jell-O, and we made the Jell-O like normal, but instead of 1 of the cups of water, we put strawberry yogurt in there, and it gives it a really milky consistency. So actually, it was supposed to be like 4 cups of water, and I did 2 cups of water and a cup of a half of yogurt. And so it gave it that milky consistency. Woo! We just had a little man go overboard. But then the liquid around it, it kind of looks like a big old blood clot, like, because it's not, when you heat up, you can watch the video back and see how we did it. But there's the brain mold, and because we heated up the Jell-O to get it out of, we put it in warm water so we could flip it out, it kind of melts that just a little bit, and then it looks like it's sitting in a pool of blood. So it's super, 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 super easy, and it turns out gross every time, which is what you're looking for Halloween. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these to size. Cute shirt, thank you. Yeah, I got this shirt off of Jane. They had it about a month and a half ago. It was like 12 bucks. I like it. And you've seen me, some of you guys have seen me wear it several times, but you know, I've only got a couple weeks where I can wear it while I don't look like I'm, you know, out of season and confused. So I've only got a week left, so I might as well wear it as much as I can, right? Okay, there we go. So another nice thing about this this veggie tray is you can totally make it up ahead of time if you're having a party, and then just wrap it in saran wrap and then put it in the fridge, and then you can just pull it out and you can have like a yogurt dip or, you know, any type of dip. Okay, so there we have our 2 layers down. I'll show you guys those 2 layers. So there's the 2 layers so far, and then we're going to put my daughter, Dre, says hi. Hi, Dre. Hopefully I'm saying Drea or Dre. I'm assuming it's Dre. Or maybe Drea. It's kind of like Taya. I'm not sure. Hopefully I said it correct. Okay, so we have our cauliflower. We're going to pull these bottom leaves off.
Okay. Sometimes cauliflower can be very stubborn. Okay, and then we're just gonna pull some bits off, and then we're gonna put them into just bite-sized pieces. And once again, we're going for that triangle look. So we're gonna try to make a triangle shape at the top. Ah! You might need to go to the gym if you can't get your cauliflower apart. Okay. There we go. And once again, you could always buy your cauliflower in one of those bags that comes with the mix of vegetables in the produce section. Not the frozen ones. The frozen ones would be a little grody if you put those on a Halloween tray. Here's some of my frozen cauliflower that's been pre-blanched and is now soggy. Okay. And you just kind of want to fill in all of your little spots so you don't see any holes. And like I said, go ahead and do this the day before your party or the night before. That way when your guests show up, all you gotta do is pull it out of the fridge and you're ready to go. Okay, and then serve it with ranch dip or whatever you have. Okay, you guys see that? Candy corn veggie tray. Turns out cute every time. It's pretty simple. I know sometimes like people have done like those turkey veggie trays. I tried to do one last year and my turkey looked like it came from like a nuclear power plant or something. It was it looked all crazy and jacked up. But the candy corn is super easy to do. Like I said, and the thing I found is if you make the bottom two rows symmetrical, it really seems to help everything. And so if you are using baby carrots, quite often those do all come the same size. So then just cut your bell pepper to the same height of those. Great idea. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Is Dre watching too, Cassie? Okay, so there we go. There is our veggie tray. I think these pumpkins have cooled down enough. Yep, they have. That I can show you guys the pumpkins. See how cute these little pumpkins look? Little pumpkin rolls. There you go. There's our pumpkin rolls that we made. And you can totally make these ahead of time. And like I said, if I didn't have a baby crying, it would have been better to go ahead and cut them and let them raise up just a little bit more before I cook them. But, you know, mom of 5, you got to do stuff when you have time. So, all right, guys, there's my ideas. We had the candy corn veggie tray. We had the pumpkin rolls. We had the cutie pumpkins with celery stems. We had the cutie jack-o'-lanterns. Those were fun. We had the ghost cheese sticks. And we had our bloody brain, which honestly, this one's my favorite. Which one was you guys' favorite? This is adorable. Both my kids have Halloween parties at school on Friday. Good, I hope you will be able to use some of these ideas. And don't hesitate to follow that link that I listed earlier because we actually have 21 ideas listed there. So there's a lot more ideas there, and we're gonna, hopefully I'll try to get on tomorrow and show you some more of those ideas. Which one were you guys' favorites? I am curious. Candy corn veggie tray was my fave. The brain, Natalie says. Thanks, Carla. Yeah, everybody has their own favorite. I think for school parties, these two happen to be my favorite. But for at-home parties, I definitely love the veggie tray and the brain. The brain's honestly always a favorite because the kids are always like, but then they want to eat it, which they love. And it actually tastes really good. If you've never had Jell-O and yogurt together, it's really good. How do you make the brain? Anna, you can follow the video back, but basically what we did is we got a brain mold like this. You can find them normally at your local grocery store, or follow the link, and we have a link where you can purchase them and get them shipped right to you. Karina says brain. Barbara says candy corn. Tammy says cheese ghost. Dawn says I like the cuties with celery pumpkins. Nicolette says love it. Cute ideas.
like the cheese sticks. Leah says, love the brain, but could do the class activity with the drawing faces on the cuties. Robin says, the brain. Tabitha says, candy corn, veggies. I saw my daughter who was sick and she likes the ghost cheese. Awesome. Okay, so you want to make your Jell-O as normal. So make your Jell-O, and I had 2 cups of water. I dissolved the Jell-O in there, and then I was supposed to add another 2 cups of water, but instead I added 1.5 cups of yogurt, which gave it this really creamy, kind of brain-like consistency. Put it in here, and then I actually put it in this bowl so it didn't leak over in the fridge, covered it with saran wrap, made it yesterday, and then today when I was ready to take it out, I put hot water in this bowl and then set this back in here so it would loosen the the Jell-O from the mold. And then I flipped it out on there. And since the hot water loosened it up a little bit, it kind of loosens up some of that Jell-O. And so then that way when you put it on the mold, it looks like a big blood clot. It looks like the brain is bleeding, which just gives it that extra factor, but it actually tastes delicious and it's really fun. And honestly, if you put this back in the fridge, this stuff that had loosened up will actually firm right back up. Great ideas. All right, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it. And we'll probably be back tomorrow with another video.